Hi,
I
I'm
do.
back again. Okay, so that was fun. So we're just talking about our names, and it's a big topic, isn't it? Because while we were just setting up again to do a second one today, um, we're still thinking about and talking about it. But this,
Yeah, who would have thought that there'd be so much to it? And that's before talking about people's reactions, of course, to you
I,
changing your name.
we never got onto the
No, there
vibrations.
might be a part 2, 3, and 4.
I okay. So what we're talking about now in this one, which what we thought we'd do is, I don't know what the title is. It procrastination and focus, because we were saying
Something like that.
we both
But
had a problem with, we both procrastinate of things we don't want to do and are hard to focus, hard to keep focused.
yeah, and when we was talking about just going over what we were going to talk about today, it was funny how organically that topic just came up, didn't it? And we both discovered that in some ways we're quite similar.
Yes. So, and that's what we thought. We'll just do a little one and name because
Yeah.
this was
Well, yeah. Well,
quite
this is quite a big
exciting, wasn't it?
step. Yeah.
Discussing the procrastination. It's
Yeah.
very popular. I have a lot of clients, I'm sure you do, that complain about procrastination.
Yeah.
Friends.
Concentration,
Yeah.
struggling with focus,
Mm. Yeah.
struggling to complete a task from
Mm.
start to finish,
Mm.
putting things off.
And there's been so much in the media about ADD.
Yeah.
So it's a well recognized thing. And also you probably heard as well that because of technology, social media and
Yeah.
the art of scrolling,
Yeah.
used to things just flashing before our eyes, quick, let them go, quick, let them go. And
Yeah.
that also makes it more habitual, isn't it? To
Well, that's an interesting thing,
mm,
Jen, I think, because they are doing lots of research, aren't there, in the background on the brain, particularly things like social media and our attention span. Our attention span has got shorter, hasn't it? We kind of so much used to watching things in bite-sized chunks, reading things in bite-sized chunks, and then going on to the next and the next and the next. Now I wonder, what is that doing to our brains as a habit over a long period of time, and does that in any way contribute to why we struggle to focus on something we need to get done, and we'll do everything else?
yeah, it's like overstimulation, isn't it? And we get
Yeah,
it's like a bit, it's quite addictive as well, it can be, because it's more exciting, isn't it?
yeah, but it's like, we were just saying, wasn't we, if we've got an admin task to do, I it would it doesn't matter, you know what the task is. I will do everything and anything. I mean, my house will get a good spring clean before I sit down to do the admin.
Oh,
And
you know what I just thought?
yeah,
Because I do the same thing, and I'm wondering if it's something about having to have things in place around you, like feng shui way, cleared, so
mm,
you can put all your attention on this task.
yeah,
I don't know if you have this, but if I'm going away on holiday or a weekend or something, I do, it's almost like a spring clean. I have to leave
yeah, I'm the
everything.
same, exactly the same. It's crazy because you're just making
I
your life
can't leave a
harder.
mess. Everything's got
No,
to be tidied from when I come
yeah,
back. And
because it
it takes
feels
ages.
better, doesn't it? It
I
just,
don't know where it is, but makes the whole packing so much longer because you're
yeah,
really doing a spring clean and doing the whole house at the same time.
yeah.
But you're right, you come back. Well, I presume, I don't know, if you come back to I don't know, does it make it? It is nice to
Well,
come back.
I don't, I know for me, I feel better when I've tidied up. So I definitely get a change in how I feel. But when I come back from holiday and I walk back into my home, do I sit down and think, oh, look at this really clean? I,
Exactly.
I don't give it a second thought, but what is
Right.
happening is I'm dumping all the dirty clothes ready to put them in the
Yes.
washing machine. So it just becomes chaos anyway
No,
with
and you're
my
so
stuff.
full of what's happened,
Yeah,
and just whatever you need to do, food or get to bed or something,
yeah,
you don't notice it. But the the difference is also just going out the door, I can feel clear, like I've got rid of all that stuck energy around me. I've
yeah.
completed my tasks at home, and now I can go on this route, this journey.
Do you, I was just thinking about that, and I'd like to say that when it comes to an admin task, I've actually got one to do today. I was
Mhm.
going to do it yesterday, I didn't, and I thought I'll do it today, and it is like social media. It's one of those sort of
Oh, I've
tasks.
just remembered I've got something to do as well. I'm going to make a note.
Make a note so we don't do it. It's just so hard. It's just so hard, and I think sometimes I have to persuade myself. So I know what works sometimes is if I say to myself, right, Wendy, you're gonna block out these 2 hours and you're now going to get it done. If I kind of give myself a pep talk,
Mm,
sometimes I can get
that's
into the
right.
energy and do it. Or sometimes if I say to myself, right, if you do this now, Wendy,
Mhm.
then afterwards you can have that treat, whatever it might be, doom scrolling or watching something,
That doesn't
something
work
that's,
for me. That doesn't. I think it might have done in the past, but now I'm too easygoing myself, and I think, oh well, if I want to do that, I'll do that. Before I thought I'd bribe myself with like chocolate or something
yeah.
or a cake, but now I think, no, I'll have it now.
Oh, that doesn't work for you then. So how do you do it then?
How do I get things
What gets you over that line to get it done?
blocking out time does work. Um, just like catching up with a bit of admin after I finish with a client before I take my dog out to walk. If I do it straight away, because
Yeah,
I have
right.
to do it straight away. If I get up to go to the toilet or something, my dog jumps up and then I can't get back.
Yeah,
I just continue like as if I'm writing out notes and then go on and do the invoice I've got to do or something or make that phone call. That's a definite that as long as I'm in the mode, I'm sitting here and I can get on. But it's hard for me to get away from doing the gardening or wherever. And I know whenever I go out my door, anything could happen. Anything, literally anything could happen to me. And I know and I'm prepared now. I might think I'm going out for 15 minutes, but I might not be back for 2 hours if I've got that space.
is that because you're very spontaneous and you just like to go with the flow?
Yes, that's it.
You're in the moment.
Yes. It has its disadvantages.
So you might think you're going out for 15 minutes and you've got your admin task to do, but
Yes,
then
I'll be
you
back.
might not come in for 2 hours.
Anything. I know anything could happen. I'd meet someone, I could just smell that fresh air and get taken off to the sea. Remember something. I've got to go and buy something from the shop, or
Yeah.
and it's like hours can go by.
And I don't like the feeling of having to concentrate hard. I
Yeah.
don't like those tasks where I have to really work hard. And for me, if I like doing social media, it doesn't work for me if I've got like half-hour gap,
Mm.
or even an hour gap. It takes me a while for my energy to settle down, for me to become focused. So I need like a whole day. I need quite a big chunk of hours
Get
so
into
that I can
time.
stay in that energy
Mm.
and still go up and do the odd thing, but I'm still able to come back. and focus on it.
That's interesting because what we're doing here is very spontaneous, isn't it?
Yeah,
Completely spontaneous, completely unrehearsed. We had
yeah,
a topic name,
yeah.
didn't we? I didn't even know what that was till last year this morning. I'd forgotten. But yeah, if I stop to think, it's just going to throw me. I can't work that way.
But that, I think that's probably what I'm saying as well.
Mm.
It's hard. I don't like using, it's like using your, I suppose, your analytical part of your brain rather than the creative part, the emotional. And I much prefer the creative and
Mm.
the emotional,
Yeah, because we've gone off,
spontaneous,
takes you on a different path, doesn't it?
completely. I like having time and space for guidance to
Yes,
drop in,
yes,
to hear it.
yes. It's a bit like what we were saying when we're going away and we clear the house, so our head can then be free to for our
Yeah,
when we're
yeah.
away.
And also just adding to that, completely random, but clearing your house up before you go on holiday. For me, I think it makes it helps me to make sure I've not forgotten anything,
Mm-hmm.
because everything's in its kind of right place, everything's kind of tidy, so I can make sure that I've
Yeah,
not left anything that I need by mistake.
yeah. Because if we're dashing out, there's things all over the place. I might just
Yeah,
get to pick up important something.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Like I'd really struggle being in like a 9 to 5 job.
Mhm. Why? What you mean? You mean closing down at 5 or getting there for 9?
I'd be all right with times.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that. But just the having to concentrate
Ah,
really
stay on
for
that one
quite a
task.
sustained period of time, or that you've got to stay put. I've got so used to, in between clients, I'll go off for a walk.
Creative. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I'll go and, talk to a friend, or, you've got
Anything
more
can happen.
flexibility. Yeah.
Self-employed, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Like walking out that
Just
door,
having that freedom, I suppose.
which is great. But also, when you're on a 9 to 5 tied in a particular job, you have a task to do, at least that's quite good in a way, because then you can get on with it. Maybe that's what we're lacking. But
But
maybe not 8 hours,
yeah.
but maybe we could give ourselves like what we were saying earlier. We gave ourselves a chunk of an hour or two, a couple of hours to do these tasks as if we were employed and we have to.
Mm.
Still going to be hard because we haven't got anyone to answer to that's over our shoulder or walking through the office or something. So we've still got to be disciplined.
But would you be able to do that? So let's say you decide to work what, 11 till 6.
Oh no, that's too long.
I want to say, because you're not an early morning person, so you
No,
wouldn't
I
do
mean
a
it's too
full day.
long, 7 hours.
What
No,
would you do then?
no,
Four.
I'm talking about 2 hours. That's
I'm thinking about you as an employee, creating some structure in your day.
2 hours is fine. 2 hours, 3 days a week or 4 days a week is absolutely fine for
Two
me.
hours a day.
No, I can do other things. I'm talking about my admin. I can be creative the other 10 hours. I can put a lot of hours into wherever I'm doing. I'm always,
Yeah, me too.
mm. But it does take me a long while to do things because like yesterday, okay, brought some, I was given some plants. So I wanted to give them a nice space in the conservatory. So, I mean, that just took hours to tidy up my conservatory. And then when I got the little cuttings, and I was sort of, oh yeah, I've got these cuttings, and I was behind my taps. I ended up cleaning all my taps and behind my taps. And
Yeah, I can
oh, yeah,
imagine.
my
Mhm.
conservatory, I need to go back. And so I'd say I'm halfway there or 3/4 of the way there. I put quite a few hours in it, and it looks lovely. It looks really nice. And I set it up with my little statues, little Buddhas, and I've got little birds peeking out from the leaves.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really pleased
lovely.
with what I've done. Yeah, it's great to have that time to do that. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh yeah,
Well,
I
we're
ended up
talking
doing
about
the taps and the
process.
kitchen in between.
Yeah.
Which is great. As long as you get things done, who cares if we, you know,
Do you think that we've ended up, generally speaking, with a lot more admin, personal admin? I mean, I'm talking about most people.
you mean as a
We've ended up with
self-employed
more.
therapist?
No, do you think we've just ended up with more personal admin
Or you
to
mean
do?
people generally?
Yeah, yeah. Emails, for example.
We all have
Uh,
a lot of to-do lists, don't we?
yeah, we do seem to. There always seem to be things we've got to do.
Mhm. Yes.
Don't really sound a lot of fun.
It feels great to tick them off, but you're right, there's others that keep coming in. And if we took a day off, um, we should do that because it would be unnoticeable. Because we might as well
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
We need to take a day off. Wouldn't it be great? Do you ever do that? Give yourself a day off?
No, I
How?
do get days off, but I
Yes, but we
don't.
fill them with other stuff to do, other creative work.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be a bit scary, actually, not doing anything. Some people become ill or go down with a cold or something. That's happened to me in the past, not done for a long, long time, but when I've been knocked off my feet,
Mm.
I know that, and I know it happens to other people to make sure that you got to lie down.
I've definitely had that in the past where I've had, like vertigo,
Right? And that, yeah.
and that definitely, or in the past, a headache and migraine, you know, um, typically around the full moons and so on. Sometimes they have floored me. There's just nothing you can do. You just got to
Oh,
rest,
yeah,
recuperate.
that hasn't happened to you for a while, nor me.
Correct.
So maybe this is a wake-up call that we should give ourselves a holiday before we're forced into one.
Actually, I've earmarked end of May,
How long for?
the week.
You taking oh, you can't do a whole week of nothing.
Well, I don't know. I've got to reinforce it yet. I've
That's
got
not
to
being
do it.
yeah, but you don't mean nothing.
No,
That'd
but I
be
will have some days of nothing. I do like, I do like not having anything in my diary. It doesn't
really.
happen very often where I can wake up and go with what I feel like I want to do.
I
Where you kind of just
do
go
that
with
anyway.
the energy. Yeah, I don't do that often enough.
I do that all the time, but there's always
See, I don't do that. I'm trying to work through my to-do list of all my admin.
you can ask for spiritual guidance. I often do that. So yeah, just to ask for things to appear like like I never have a problem with, some people say, oh, I don't know what to have for tea tonight. Never have that problem. And this occasion might come to my head, have I got something at home for tea? And then I thought, no, I'll be guided. I'm always guided. There's always food there. It's either in the cupboard or I'm passing a shop or something. So we just have to keep reaching out and ask consciously. You can ask for it always to be, so you don't have to do it every day. Then you have to do it once in your life.
No. So
May I?
what will you Have you asked for guidance then about your procrastination?
Good point. Oh, so specifically, what do I want to ask for?
Well, no, because you do definitely seem to enjoy the being spontaneous.
So how can we put these together? Would that be a question? How can I
Yeah,
remain spontaneous and also
yeah,
be able to get
get
on with
things
work?
done.
Oh, that's nice. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, get things done and
I can be
still be
fun and
spontaneous.
creative and
Yeah,
still get things done and keep up to
yeah,
date.
yeah,
Well, yes, definitely. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? And
yeah,
there's always an answer.
yeah.
And it might just be a reminder, Jen, now it's time to sit down and do that invoice, send that email.
See, I've just asked, just as we was talking, and I just wanted to see what guidance I got, and it just, for me personally, I was reminded, because I've had this guidance before, but I'd forgotten it. Put yourself, Wendy, in a playful energy. Put yourself in a playful, like very childlike, playful, fun energy. And then from that perspective, go through your day and see what happens. To change it, your state first.
Okay, and I've just asked. And what I need to do is to ask that by the end of the day, I would like to get that email out and it'll be
But you'll
done.
be reminded then, won't you?
Yeah, it'll come to me. I'll
Yeah.
find myself just sitting here with a bit of space and feeling the motivation and the creative
Oh,
energy.
that's handy.
Yeah, because as I was saying, it happens with food and things to do. So yeah, I can apply that to my work, my task I need to do.
I
Excellent.
might do that as well.
Okay, let's try it and then we can share next time.
Yeah, that'd be quite good fun. You watch, I'll probably end up with some really bossy guide.
Bossy guide, what do you mean?
Yeah, like, come on, Wendy, get
Well,
this
only,
done now.
yes, it'll be what you need, remember.
All right, Jen, lovely seeing you.
See you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.